Have you ever noticed who stays in your circle for whatever reason? Why is it that some people endure every challenge with you, are always a port of call in your life, or never put distance between you and them? On the contrary, some people make you feel doomed at sea at the slightest wind, toss you around, cause your ship to sink, and never let you near the harbor. In this video, we will dive into the scientific ways to really keep people in your life. I am sure that when you blend the psychological aspect of this work together with the scientific ways, you will level up your life. I will explain to you how you can use the psychology of persuasion to build deep bonds in your relationships. Strong relationships not only make you happy in the future, but also give you a solid foundation in life. I know. Sometimes life makes you feel like you are in a car, on a racetrack, a race you have to win, or the most important meeting you have to get to. One meeting after another all day long, thousands of meaningful or meaningless phone notifications on your phone, and the other responsibilities waiting for you at home at the end of work. You get overwhelmed by it all and want to be alone. You want to run away from it all. But this is not a solution. I know that at times like these, maintaining all relationships becomes almost secondary for you. Never skip this. Sometimes it is possible to make a connection with a sentence to make a person smile. With the right psychological touch, you can create a permanent place in the hearts of the people you care about. And you can turn this bond into an unshakable relationship. You can bring that relationship to a state that you can never predict. Then it will be easier to manage it all. Now we will explore the because rule in depth with you. Our first psychological keyword, because. Because when you learn this way, you will learn what one word can awaken in people's subconscious minds. Yes, it seems very simple, doesn't it? It is simple, but it is also very effective. It's a simple word, but one that has its finger on the pulse of human psychology. In an experiment conducted at Harvard in 1978, a participant in a photocopying line said, "Excuse me, can I pass because I have something urgent to do?" The result? A 94% yes rate. Why? Because sends the message to our brain. There is a reason for this, and in that moment, the mental walls come down. We do this on a daily basis in the grocery store, in a restaurant, or while waiting in line for the restroom. There are 3 basic rules for being effective in relationships. First, create reciprocity. Whether it's your best friend, your family, or whoever is important to you, when you take the first step, the other person feels an inner debt. To your colleague, would it be possible for you to review my presentation? Because your experience will guide me. The other person doesn't just do the task, they care about you. Or if you say to your spouse, "Can you cook dinner because it always tastes so good when you prepare it?" He or she will feel the need to prove it. In sincere friendship, give her her favorite chocolate and say, "I wanted to share this with you because it's always more special to live in the moment with you." A small gesture can build a big bond. Secondly, you can activate a sense of consistency in people. People want to be consistent with what they say. It is part of their identity. Can we talk on the phone twice a week? Because it feels good to exchange ideas with you. Even a small thing like that builds a lot of trust. Third and lastly, be sincere and spend time with like-minded people, because people like people who are like them. When starting a conversation, emphasize commonalities such as, "I love that TV show too," because on social media, you can increase the sense of community and sincerity if you share posts like, "It was great to experience this day together because we share the same passion." Intimacy is also one of the elements that build trust. So if you were to send a short message to your best friend, lover, or someone you think is important to you, starting with "because," what would it be? If you don't have the courage to write it, you can write it in the comments section. At least you will have crossed this first threshold for yourself. Life is amazing. Maybe that person will see what you want to say in that comment. Write only one "because" in the comments. You can't even guess the rest. I want to tell you about an event I experienced. Listen to me carefully, because you will get a lot out of it, believe me. I am sure I will change your perspective and you will apply it in your life. Almost 2 years ago, I was the leader of a project that could bring $55,000 into the company's coffers. At first, there was no team spirit. No one had the enthusiasm or the will to do the work. At that moment, I felt I had to make a decision. I had to lead by touching people's hearts and minds. First, I had a one-on-one conversation with my teammates involved in the project. One by one, I explained to each of them why I needed them in the project and what I could not achieve without them. I made them feel that they were really important. I started my sentences with "because" and listed the reasons. Because your expertise will guide us. Every week I repeated this in similar sentences. We have to go one step forward because this success will touch all of our careers. And in our weekly meetings, I reminded them of our 2 common interests and started the conversation. Within 2 months, the frequencies within the team changed and the synergy of the environment increased. Everyone concentrated on their work and worked wholeheartedly. The project was finished before the expected date. At the end, not one, but all of them came and thanked each other. With just the word "because" and 3 simple steps, I was able to reach the heart of a team. There are 2 more secret weapons for sustaining relationships: urgency and social proof. Urgency moves people to action. The feeling of doing something right away triggers the analytical thinking lobe in the brain. When you say, "We need to meet on a weekday because there are things we just need to talk to you about," the other person harbors many emotions, and they don't want to miss that moment. Or it stirs up an uneasy feeling in him or her, and it triggers him or her into action. Social proof gives confidence. When you say, "Everyone in the team is participating in the event because everyone wants to have this experience," it reassures the other person that they are not alone. The other person sees a tangible action and feels that it's the right thing to do when you take an idea that you have in yourself and do it in a community. This gives them confidence. Every person wants to feel a sense of belonging. And the idea that if the whole team is there, we want to be there too. All this is about people discovering their potential within themselves. Discover your potential. Discover yourself, because you have this in you. You can guide people. You can touch their lives. This also adds a status to you. Develop yourself and convince the people around you that they should be with you. Convince yourself to join us. Join the PsychoGrowth Workshop. Manage people. Manage your environment. Shape your future. I will tell you how to do this differently in each video, because you know what all these strategies will give you? More solid social support, people you can lean on in difficult moments, increased collaborations, your ideas are valued, and the power of co-creation increases. Emotional resilience, real bonds soften stress and increase happiness. Long-term success, strong relationships open closed doors. Because real persuasion is not manipulation. It is the art of connecting from the inside. Sincerity and trust always create priority in people. It is the fruit of trust, consistency, and an empathetic heart.